Today's weather.
In Economowalk, it's 48 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun.
Hey there, YouTube. Going out for a ride today. It's a bit cold out, so I wanted to share with you a new product that I've been actually playing around with for a little bit of time now. It's the Zippo Hand Warmer. It's actually pretty awesome. I've been playing with it for a little while, so I thought I'd just do a quick review for you. I need to get a lighter. So in the past, I've been using these disposable hand warmers when I go camping and stuff like that. But now that we're riding in the fall, I was looking for something that could keep me warm. One of the things that's happening is this vest that I'm wearing right now is actually a heated vest, and it has this little battery. And unfortunately, this thing, I got this back in 2015 or so, and unfortunately it is now not working very well. It charges up and it just goes away within 5-10 minutes. So although I love the jacket, it was a gift from my wife, it doesn't stay warm anymore. I wish I could get a new battery for it, but I can't find any out there. So I was looking at how do I keep warm. Usually, I'll put like a hand warmer in my pockets or something like that. And then I ran across these things. These things have actually been around for a very long time, and they're actually relatively inexpensive. Basically have this catalyst type thing where there's no open flame. When I first bought this, I thought this would be kind of dangerous, but I put it to the test. I've had it in my jeans and pockets, and there's no risk of fire whatsoever. So basically, you fill this with lighter fluid, Zippo lighter fluid, or in my case, I'm using this Roncinol stuff. And you fill it up, you light it up, and you can get 12 hours, and it's pretty exact. You get this little measuring cup here. Throw it up to the screen, little Zippo, it has graduations on it. I can do 3 hours with this, 6 hours, 12 hours, and it's pretty spot on with the graduations on the cup. So I'm gonna go riding today. It's in the 40s, so I figured it'd be nice to have this for the fall. And this one's actually Harley branded, which you pay more for. I'll put a link to it, and I'll put a link to the Amazon product where I got this. And when you go there, you can choose from all different colors, all different styles, and the Harley one was one of them that was up there. You pay more for the Harley branding, but that's to be expected, right? So actually, it's pretty easy to use. Just take your Roncinol, lighter fluid, Zippo lighter fluid, whatever it is. Fill it up to the graduation. I'm not going to do 12 hours. I'm going to do 6 hours. Basically, I've got an hour and a half ride there and back to where the rustic road that I'm going to hit today. So I'm just going to do the halfway mark. Fill it up. And I used to smoke 18, 20 years ago. So I've got Zippo lighters, all that type of stuff. So you may not have that stuff. You don't need a Zippo lighter, of course, to do this. Oh, take the top off. This is the catalyst portion. I think it has some platinum in it, something like that, that heats up and burns, but you actually put the fluid in here. This takes a little bit of time. See if I can bring this up to the camera without. It has 3 little holes, and it's got the same type of stuff that a Zippo lighter fluid has in it. I like to think of it as a Zippo lighter, just with a different top. Of course, this stuff evaporates really quick, so it's a use it or lose it type of thing. Meaning that if you don't use it, the lighter fluid will evaporate on you. And it's just a little bit more and we're done. There you go. Put the top back on. They say let it sit for a couple minutes, which is a pretty good idea because in doing so I got some lighter fluid on my hand. And it has this perforated top. The one downside of this hand warmer Zippo on one side and logo on the other. The downside that I found is that in your pocket, this comes off very easy. I've seen some people on YouTube put dimples into it to keep it on. I found that if you just squeeze it, it works better. Then it comes with this little case. Once you light this, I'll wait a minute here. Once you light this, it actually gets very hot. Almost too hot to where you can't hold it in your hand, and they provide you this soft case, and you think it's for just to keep it safe, but actually what they do is they tell you to use the case as its regulator. So what you'll find is that if you don't give it any air whatsoever, the heat goes down a little bit. Once you give it full air, actually I had this in my bedroom. I was just experimenting with it, and I had a fan on, and the fan was blowing on it, and it got incredibly hot. So I think the more oxygen it gets, makes sense, fuel, air, temperature, the more air it gets, the hotter it gets. So you can put it in your pocket with this case, and it stays actually really warm. And I don't know, I love it. I think it's a lot better than the disposables. I think the disposable hand warmers still have a place. I'll still buy them, still use them, put them in my pockets, throw them in the bottom of my sleeping bag. This, however, is a great solution for when I'm out riding, when I'm out camping, saying about out in the weather, just hiking, and just in general, all around good purpose for it. And it's just fun, to be honest. It's just a fun product to play with. I think we've had it long enough. So it does take a little bit to light, I found. You see about 10 seconds. Now the downside, once you light this, there's no turning it off. It doesn't have a switch to turn it off. Now you could pull that catalyst part off, and that should turn it off. But you'd have to have a pliers or something that won't burn you. I just cut my hand over it, and if I feel residual heat coming off, which I do, I know it's good. There's been a couple times where I've tried to light this and it didn't go. I don't know, 10-20 seconds with a lighter, and you should be good. So I'll let it sit. I can feel that it's warming up. I think what I'll do is I'll go upstairs and get my thermometer. Let's see how hot this gets. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my handy dandy laser thermometer. So right now it's at 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and I just turned it on. It's been on for maybe 2 minutes while I went to I actually had to replace the battery. So I'm gonna go pull out the bike, get the motorcycle all ready to go, and put my jacket on and come back. And we'll see if this gets any warmer. I'll leave it outside its case for now. I'll be back in a little bit. I was measuring this just a little bit ago. It was at 120, but I might have been just at there's 112. Anyways, thanks guys. This is just a quick review of this Zippo pocket hand warmer. I've been using it a lot lately, really love it. It's, I don't know, in the 40s today when I'm gonna head out. I think this is gonna be fantastic. And keep me nice and warm. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. So I just went to pick this up and it was like super hot. So I just measured it just now, I'll put it up on the screen, but it was like 177. So let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, then it'll get really warm.